So, is this anything like real D&D where you can take a move and an action?
Your moves happen. The enemy's moves happen depending on your actions, right?
Okay.
So the consequences of your actions mean this guy's attacks you back.
All right. So, because I noticed that there's a free floor knife sitting here now.
It's actually sticking in the wood next to the stairs.
Wall knife is even better than free floor knife.
Okay.
So, I'm going to grab wall knife, and do I feel anything when I touch it?
Yeah, there's like a pulse that goes through you.
All right. I will try to use any power that might be in this knife to back up my my compilation to have this one remaining ghost. Is it just the one? The other one destroyed, or just
the other one ran off?
Oh,
yeah,
ran
so
off.
It's just
Okay.
the one.
Grandma,
To continue to fight this guy.
Yeah.
I am the beast I worship. Death grip.
You will take him, or you will be eaten as food. 6.
Yeah.
Yep. You're still attacking with ghosts though, right?
Yeah.
So desperate limited. Okay. So I'm gonna.
I can only take one action. I can't like do that and try to stab at the same time, right? I don't know how the game mechanics work for things like that.
I mean, there's no reason you couldn't.
But if I miss,
You
I
know
take
what?
like huge
No, but
consequences.
you can't. You can set yourself up. So you could set yourself up here to raise your effect of the knife stab.
Okay.
You want to do that instead?
How does that work? What are
So
the mechanics?
basically, if you're going to try to stab him with that knife, it's still desperate,
Right.
and it's going to be limited effect. But if you're setting yourself up, it's standard. So if you're setting yourself up, it's going to be desperate great.
Okay.
So like the ghost is distracting him, and he's like trying to fight you off at the
Okay,
same
let's
time.
do that.
Okay.
I only have one die, so
In what's the action you use?
It's a skirmish, right?
Okay.
So-
Yeah, sure. Unless you're like throwing it at him, it could be finesse. Like
that's much worse.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna skirmish.
okay,
on.
desperate great.
No whammies.
Oh.
Total whammies.
Oh no.
So, you jump in to get him, and he backs out of the way expertly, and just you thought you had him, but he does like this weird sidestep move where he backs out of the way and just side chops your neck.
Oh no!
Just like, so you're gonna take level 3 harm.
Level 3? What is he?
From
Like
someone hitting you in the neck?
It's a desperate position, right?
Alright.
So what is he, broken his neck?
No, it's not a.
Ooh-ha,
he can't
ooh-ha.
breathe.
Yeah, it's like that.
Ball and check.
So that
he has a
immediately
concussion
becomes
or
need
something?
help.
No, he like can't breathe for like.
Yeah.
Break your neck.
So with level
you
3
fall
harm,
in
Or
the
just
neck.
kill
neck.
him.
with level 3 harm, you need help to take any actions. So basically, he'll incapacitate you then.
Right. So basically,
Armor.
So you
if
can
I try to
resist.
resist,
So
it
we're-
will be...
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
We are on the ground now. What's to say we can't go around the building and help?
You totally could if you wanted to.
Well, why haven't we been...
Because I
want
am
to do
running
that?
away with the painting. I didn't
He's
know
running
you
away.
guys. the
Yeah,
window
I would
was
like
closed.
to not have our teammate die, yes.
Okay, so what do you want to do then?
Well, I'm going to try to get someone to come with me, and we're going to... I'm assuming they're, like, in the doorway.
Yeah, they're in the entryway, so you could like push the doors
Yeah,
open.
basically.
Yeah, I'm with her.
I have my...
Okay.
Oh, I guess I can't have anything now, since I have my loads full.
Sure. You spent 5 load, right? So you
Yeah.
have
You
one
still
more.
have
Oh, yeah, I guess I have my special
And
weapon.
don't
then.
forget that things with in italics don't count against your load.
Okay, well, I have my special,
And I have not used any of my load yet.
my special...
Ghost fighting weapon.
Yeah.
So what did we mark off for that? It was
Special unusual weapon. or
Yeah.
something. Unusual weapon.
there. It is. Okay. Cool. Okay. So yeah, what does that look like? So Arthur, what's happening with this harm you're getting?
Alright, so since I can't go to trauma, because that will be effectively the same problem as being worse than needing help,
Yep.
I can't risk resisting, because if I don't roll a 6, I'll go to trauma.
But you could roll
So-
a 6.
Yeah, but the thing is that the odds of that for this
Well, we're
resistance...
coming to help you.
Yeah, it's only 2 dice. I need 6 on 2 dice. The probability is too low.
Okay.
Because the whole point is I'm trying to get out of the need help situation so I can still act.
Right.
So
So you can still act with need help, but you need to push yourself to do so.
which I also can't afford to do.
Okay.
Then it would be double trauma, and that'd be even worse. So
That's fine.
I'm going to go ahead and just use up armor to bring it down to level 2 harm.
Cool. Okay.
So
I
So you,
feel
like, turn
if
against the blow.
I don't think I can skirmish this. I'm
do
wondering
you
if
still have your mask on?
yes.
We both look like wraiths.
He's not gonna buy it at this point. There's too much going on.
Oh well. I mean, maybe.
That's usually
Okay.
there's too much going on.
Fine.
Is what helps you to have
Fine.
people buy things.
Okay, I guess I could
It's
put
called
if we
confusion.
can do that, I can maybe pass this off as prowl and come and open the door like we're here and then just stab him.
So
Yeah.
I just want to make you can always try stuff. The worst I can
Okay.
say is desperate 0, and you can always push to get the.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like I have 2 before
So-
I trauma, so.
Yeah. So okay, so you like turn into this blow.
Yes.
And so it turns into level 2 harm. So I think he actually sprains your arm with that chop.
Okay.
Like a.
right.
And then he backs away. So you guys are like facing off against each other, and by this point he's fought off the ghost. Like
Okay.
he basically like drives it off, and it sails off into the ether.
I have a ram.
So I think at that
I
point,
look so cool right now too.
do you two come bursting through the doors?
Well, here's my thing. I don't want to burst through the doors because then I can't use it as prowl,
Okay.
and I need
Cool.
to use it as that if I'm going to do anything with this.
Okay.
Because otherwise I need to roll.
So what do you want to do?
We just want to like sneak in, and if we get noticed,
Then
we have costumes on.
so yeah.
Time shark.
Okay. So as you like slowly open the door, you can see like Arthur and this other guy with the spirit worn mask facing off against
Alright.
each other.
You know it's desperate because Arthur never fights anybody face to
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna come up behind him and
Marco's sitting a couple blocks away, like reading a newspaper.
Just
Like, where
stab
are
him.
those guys?
Oh, by the way, this is
We're
the
at
first
the
time you
drop
see me in
point.
Super Saiyan mode.
that's prowl.
That's true.
I could do that as prowl.
You still have the flames.
I've
I
got-
know.
I could do that as prowl. If he's being distracted, just come up behind him and just stab him.
I've got a pistol
Absolutely.
ready too. by
Yeah.
the way.
Okay. Cool.
So are you guys doing like a group prowl action here, or
Yeah.
what's
Let's do
happening?
that.
Yeah.
Group prowl.
Shoot
Okay.
him.
It's gonna be risky. I think it's great effect.
Can I be in on it because I want to escape? Or am I
Oh,
too
like you can
distracted?
like see them coming
yeah,
in
and
be
like use it as sneak
Like
out.
play up the
So-
crawling
no, I'm
away.
gonna,
Wait,
no,
can
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna barrel roll
Well,
through it.
can I also just say, so taking a group action means that one of us has to lead, and that also means that
Potentially
somebody
take stress.
I can't afford.
All right,
that.
fine, I'll do it. How much stress would I take?
I mean, like,
depends
well,
on
I
who-
have to.
So if it's just 2 people going, the maximum amount of stress you could take if you both failed would be 2.
All right,
I can't do that.
I can do that.
okay.
Yeah, you have 2
I
slots
have
open.
2 slots.
Yeah,
I'll lead it then.
Wait.
I have 2 slots.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
And you
understand.
have 1 left, right?
Yes.
And I have none.
I will lead it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna prowl.
Yes.
I'm going to stab him, and you are going to follow it up with if that doesn't work.
Risky
With that
grade?
bang bang.
Wait, are you rolling as well?
Yeah,
that could
I'm
potentially
escaping.
That could potentially be 3
Ooh,
stress.
don't do that.
That's not gonna happen.
I'll.
Are we more? The odds of all of us rolling a failure seems remarkably low.
It's my ass on the line, but okay. Sure. All right.
I mean,
up to
if
you
you
guys.
won't allow it, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to take unnecessary trauma. But I feel like the number one.
Fine. All right.
So
Let's do it.
here's the thing: if their 2 group prowl action goes off, you can easily get out of the building
Yeah.
without taking
Just
this
us
risk.
Oh,
doing
okay.
it ourselves.
Right, so it's not really worth it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
So
Yeah.
6.
6 and a
4.
5.
I got a 4.
So that's a 6, and you
right.
got a 4, so there's no stress. Okay, so how does this?
Nice.
Are you like?
So-
It's great effects. So are you like killing this dude?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay.
He's trying to kill Arthur. I'm going to slaughter him.
What does it look like?
So, I open up the door and I just make eye contact with you, and I just like pull it out, and I spin it, and then I bring it underneath him, and then I just bring it up,
Oh, geez. Okay.
And then
Ooh.
and then pull it out.
I also rolled on that,
Uh-huh.
so I might as well let a shot off.
Okay. So yeah. So like there's a and he like
It
looks
like
down.
it
in
like
surprise.
gets to about like right here when I pull it out.
So Arthur, he's like looking at you, and he's like, okay, here we go. You can't really see his face,
Yeah.
but you can tell he's tensing up for something. And then he goes, and he like glances down in surprise.
I
and
just
sees this,
pull
like,
it up.
Yeah. He goes, ah! And he like turns around and he sees the bear mask. And you can tell the last thing he thinks is like, they had a man on the inside.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Bang.
No, not you, Barry.
Yeah.
Oh no. Barry, no.
Is this
Not
the
you,
closing
Mother Mary.
escape sequence? We're out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just do one more thing.
I think
Alright,
we
So
killed
you
them all.
there's a bang and a fire, and he goes falling backwards as this like blood blossoms from both his chest and his abdomen.
Wait. Don't let him fall too far. Because I need to be able to say, thanks for the knife. And then reach out and grab his mask as I'm leaving.
Thanks.
That's fine.
Thanks for
Get
the
that
noise.
Thanks for the note.
I need him to still be alive to see this happening before he dies. So his last moment is to know that he's been vanquished.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So like
This is purely psychological at this point.
he hits the ground, and you're like, thanks for the knife. You take the mask, and
He's
you're
like,
like you guys are like laying there, and you take the mask off of his face, and you can see that this guy's eyes are stitched shut. And there are a number of earrings in his nose that just go through in a lot of loops, just like down his face.
Just like Naruto.
Is this
No.
Fuck you. So
is there anything that looks familiar to us at all?
no,
Oh man.
I don't know much
however-
about Naruto, but I do know a guy has a bunch of nose stuff.
you find it strange now as he falls back and hits the ground because you realize then that this person is a hollow.
Ooh.
So it's a human body
Dope.
without a ghost within it.
Yep.
Fucking killed a zombie.
It falls back and he
Nice.
falls back and hits the ground, and you guys.
Wait, is a human body filled with another ghost, right?
No, it's a human body without a ghost in it.
Oh, I thought hollows were animated
Or
creatures
wait.
using ghosts.
Did I get
Yeah,
that wrong?
no, yeah.
No.
It's
No,
a dead
is there a
body that a
different kind
ghost
of
has been
creature
put
that's-
in.
Opposite of that doesn't have a spirit?
No, because that's a vampire.
Let's not have a ghost come out of this. That's
No, a hollow is a body without without any spirit possessing it, but it's animated by some.
I
other
like
form
what
of
he
magic.
said, where there's no
Oh,
ghost.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought they
Yeah.
were
So
animated
it
by
is-
ghosts.
it is
involved,
a
you know,
zombie.
We hate ghosts, but it's a...
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah, they're kind of
It has no
different.
soul in
talk
it
to
now.
ghosts.
It's animated by some other magic.
It doesn't consume the
Supposed
flesh of the
to.
living, but yes.
Okay,
Well,
gotcha.
originally they don't.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm talking about a voodoo zombie.
Voodoo.
So he hits the ground, and you guys are away
Nice.
with the painting.
Now we
We
have
make
two
our-
masks.
We make our escape.
Ooh, this could be like collection. If I
Just
get
shake
enough...
the viscera.
Yeah, man,
Off.
you guys had masks the whole time there, so they're not going to know who you are or what happened.
Certainly.
I also now have 2 masks of the those guys.
I like how many of these situations can we have like a particularly short person, and then they don't catch on.
Has anyone
that
seen
it's-
like a midget criminal running around
I'm
somewhere?
guessing that there are a lot of little people in the city.
Yeah.
And I'm also guessing that
everybody's a criminal?
we have killed so many people that half the people that would have been witnesses, we've murdered.
Well, no, I think it's just that like there's a lot of kid thieves that go around
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, that's
True.
right.
Like younger-
it's like
younger
Nicholas
thieves.
Nickleby.
Yeah,
Those darn kids thieves
They're just, like,
stealing ancient, powerful
Killing-
arcane paintings.
Killing
Willy-nilly.
houses full of grown
Yeah.
men.
I think every good Shadows crew has a bunch of kids because they're
Oh,
perfect for
true.
like wall operations, fitting in boxes, being in closets.
Huh.
Yeah, like,
Two stacked,
Yeesh.
two of them on top of one another.
yeah, with a
Alright.
broomstick, and you're all good to go.
So here's how this goes down, guys. So we do the payoff first.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna earn 0 rep because you kept it completely quiet.
Nice. That's
Nobody knows it was you.
Finally. Jesus.
Yeah.
0 rep.
Zero
Rep, not 0 heat. Heat's coming.
Oh, I no.
The heat.
But you did keep it quiet, so the race don't know.
How
it's
can
you.
how can we get any more heat?
You have another
Wait.
whole other wanted level.
Aren't we totally doing this because somebody asked for us by name?
Yeah, but the
The
race
key
don't
is that the
know.
Wraiths don't know. We need the Wraiths not to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hopefully we'll get rep once we conduct the deal with them.
What?
So-
you want rep?
Don't you want
Like
rep?
getting a reputation means that word spreads, and
Yeah.
that means the race can eventually find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Do you want
In some
that?
cases,
I'll let
it's
you take the
not
rep if that's
necessary.
what you
I don't
want.
really-
Would you
I
rather
figured-
have
I
money
figured
or
that-
rep?
I figured
Money.
that would be heat.
We want the
Reputation
money.
is like we have a job. Who do we want to give it to?
It's like-
The Shroud, because they have a good reputation.
No.
That's
No,
true, but in this particular
yeah.
case,
It
I
involves
think we don't want
faction
the Wraiths.
status.
Unless we
Okay.
think the Wraiths
Yeah,
are
Ralph
weak
doesn't
enough
have a
that
faction
we don't
now.
care if
Yeah,
they
I was just confused.
We're doing good.
Well,
I think we're doing
remember,
good.
if they
Yeah.
find out, you go to war, right? Which is
Yeah. we're not
heat,
into
so
war.
heat isn't with other groups. Heat is just with the
I tried
police.
not to
Yeah.
create a
would
war.
love us, not fight us.
Ralph is an independent agent.
Heat
Certainly.
is
Oh,
with the
heat.
police.
Yeah, heat is mostly with the
Not
police.
murderers.
Yeah.
Certainly
Even though
not.
that's all we do nowadays.
is murder.
Like, are you sure you're not assassins? It's like, look, that's our story. We're sticking to it.
So 0 rep. However, you're gonna get 6 coin for
We're
this payout.
complex characters.
So we have a problem. Your vault is full of 8 coin.
Let's get
So-
another ball.
I mean,
Where's- Where's the 6? So you do have 1 crew upgrade.
We have a crew upgrade that
if
we
you want to
haven't
just
used.
spin this extra box and get the vault upgrade right
Vote!
now.
Let's do it. We have to.
What can we spend this money on?
Oh,
Do we
I'm guessing
wanna
we're
spend it?
giving him the painting then?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I would
Yeah,
assume
for 6
that.
Yeah.
coins.
Wait,
No.
right away? Before I get a chance to lick it?
We can flash back and say, okay,
can
as
lick
long
it.
as you're okay with the idea that he eventually gets the painting.
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
yeah,
flash
yeah. I
back
don't
and
have to
say
keep
that.
it, but I'm not going to give up a cool arcane artifact without at least having a taste.
Sure, fair enough. All right,
No one scores a giant
I can't stop.
vat of Coke and not try a bit of it.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
make sure it's real.
That's fine.
authentic. Best quality.
I don't think
That's
okay.
how the movie Blow worked.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I've seen the movies.
Okay, so I'll take the vault upgrade.
Yes.
Yes. Vault
agreed.
upgrade, everybody.
Yep.
All right. There we go. Get the vaults.
Get the.
Vaults.
What time is it?
10.
10:03.
We're almost done here. 2.
Woohoo. I feel like we did pretty good on time.
Yeah,
we did.
And we kicked some ass.
Surprisingly
I'm just-
efficient.
I was
I'm gonna
surprised.
sleep
Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock when we started this engagement.
Now we talk about heat. Okay, the crew takes heat. Add +1 heat for high profile weapon after target. Nope. Happen on. Oh, however, so I'm gonna do a base of 2 heat. Normally it'd be 4 because there were gunshots and stuff, but this is in an abandoned tenement building in Silkshore near the ocean. So noise is blocked. It's abandoned, and nobody really cares.
Gunshots goes off all the time, round the clock.
2
Yeah,
heat.
that's true.
But
How they tell time.
it happened on hostile turf,
Yep.
which means it's another heat, and killing was involved. So 2 heat. So that's 5 heat total.
But we didn't kill anybody with a soul.
Yeah,
so
like is
it's almost like
are the
two
police?
people
killed
whose
two
souls I
people and then
literally
ripped their
ripped the
souls
Why would
out.
the police be upset about like?
Because
The
because
first thing
remember,
we did, Will, was
the
kill 2
bells
people.
ring and the God. Crows
So
fly.
here's the
you are a
question.
dream crusher.
If we did the job in such a way that we didn't get
Don't
any
remind
rep,
me
how did we get
of
heat for
my
it?
indiscretion.
Are those two related in any way? Like,
Not-
isn't heat directly tied to being known that you did something?
No, heat is tied to how contained the exposure was and how loud and bombastic the job actually went off, right?
So it doesn't matter if they can
So-
trace it to the people who create the heat at all.
Yeah, so here's the thing. There might be talk about there being gunshots and the race getting hit and their painting getting stolen, but nobody knows it was the Shroud that did it.
Right.
Yeah.
So heat's generated, but not rep, because the heat is like, the heat is on because the cops are, the blue coats are not like, okay, who did this? What happened? We need to investigate. And the heat track represents them getting closer to figuring this out, right?
Oh, okay. So it actually isn't tied to any specifics to a group.
No.
It's just heat is actually just a general measurement of tension in the city.
It
And
kind
anyone
of.
can get it.
It's kind of a general measurement of tension between you and the police, right? Because like it's like stars in GTA, all right? So like you do a crime and then you gain heat for it, right? Like because word gets around.
And the stars can go down, up and down.
Yeah, you can take actions to do that. Yeah.
Huh.
It's a little weird. I'll
Yeah,
grant
it
you,
seems
but
like the fact that it's not tied to rep doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, if that's, I can understand some parts of the game mechanics are built that way for the game to work,
yeah.
but it definitely makes no sense in the fiction.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it kind of
That's
does.
right.
Like, because you guys gaining heat doesn't necessarily
No,
mean that the cops know it was the Shroud that did it, but it does mean they open an
next to
investigation
him.
and they're looking for who did it, right?
You got dice.
What?
I dropped it.
Okay. It does mean they open an investigation and they're looking for who did it. So the reason wanted level is the end of the heat track, because that means they finished their investigation. Like, okay, it was the Shroud.
You know who did it?
Does
Think
that
of-
mean
the
that at
Wraiths
that
did
point the
it.
Wraiths also find out that it's
No.
us?
No,
The mummy
because why
did
would
it.
they have connections with the blue coats? Why would that ever come back? Think of heat like an extended clock,
Okay.
right? It's a clock that basically says the blue coats find out you were responsible. That's
Yeah, because then that becomes
No
something in
face,
the public
no face,
record
no
that everyone
case.
has access to.
Sure.
Because we've used this already ourselves to look for information about others.
No face, no
Yeah,
case.
I mean
So-
the race might be able to do that. If the race were going to take actions like that, I'd start a clock and you'd be aware of
Okay.
it.
The
You'd be
mummy
aware
was
in a
responsible.
meta fashion of them doing that.
Okay.
Right?
Can we
Not-
frame the mummy for this?
No, you can't frame the mummy for this. I mean, oh, you could
Can I-
actually.
Can
I disagree.
You know what?
But okay.
We can start a long-term project. You can start framing the mummy if you want, but it's going
For
to be really
everything.
hard.
Can I frame
Not for
the
everything.
Wraiths for this? Because I wasn't
Infighting.
I was in
That's
a Wraith
true.
costume.
If you guys wanted to start doing a long-term project or doing another score to like set that up, yeah, that'd be really cool.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, well,
I mean that's
all
that's
possibility.
It's an idea, but I'm
You
not
know what's
doing
wrong
it.
with that long-term
We're like,
project?
can we do this? And James
It doesn't
like,
involve
do you want
stealing
to
a
work
cane.
for it?
Exactly.
Nah.
Yeah, right. It's all about the cane now. Okay, 5 feet. Okay, entanglements. So after the payoff,
it is all about the cane.
3 dice, 5 heat. Let's see what we get.
Nothing.
I dropped that one, so I rolled again. So that's a 4. So we got reprisals or unquiet dead. Oh, this is perfect.
I love the end.
Baby, do I need to relieve some stress?
Ooh, baby, I like to roll. Ooh, baby, I like to roll.
You know what's worse than the
Shimmy,
unquiet
shimmy,
dead?
shimmy.
The karaoke
Give
dead.
me a rock, so I can take it away.
Yeah, I can use this. I'll get around to that entanglement in a sec. Okay, and then we go to downtime actions. So let's start off with Ptolemy, first downtime action.
I am going to reduce stress
Indulge vice.
by indulging my vice. So, how many? I'm just rolling one die.
You roll so whichever one of these, yeah, just one. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have any special stress thing.
Yep.
So, that's a 4.
4 stress gone. Did you overindulge? Nope.
No.
Okay. All right, sweet. Caelin, first downtime action.
Stress.
Sweet. So you roll 2 dice. 5.
I made sure to get enough stress that I wouldn't overindulge.
Arthur, first downtime action.
Stress reduction.
Okay.
It's the smallest number, right?
Sweet. Yeah, the
Okay.
smallest number of through resolve, prowess, or insight.
Yep. All right, here we go. Oh, just 3.
3. That's
I feel like
harsh.
the more I erase,
Okay.
the more of the actual page I
I am
erase.
I am also
Definitely a
reducing
problem.
stress.
Nice.
Um,
Indulging vice.
Oh, you
yeah,
know what
I'm
we
gonna
could do?
I'm gonna figure out where I would put a second vault
Laminate
if
it?
I had one.
Print them on laminate sheets, yeah. Or laminate
We
them.
should put it somewhere
I guess
else.
we could use wet erase.
All right,
That'd work really well.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for me, I think. Go ahead.
Okay, second downtime action.
Okay, so I want to heal. I have an extra wheel on my healing clock from before.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, I want to. I mean,
So 4
I'm
dice.
bruised. I want to heal this bruise.
4 dice from Skurlock's physical connection.
4 dice.
Yep, and roll it, and we'll see what you get. You got a 5, so mark off 2 segments and hold out for that last downtime action.
Oh man, I
So-
really hope this bruise doesn't
So
hold me back.
remember, it reduces effect on everything you try to do while you have it.
That's fine.
So here's the thing: you guys have like a ton of money, so if you want to, you can always spend a coin for an extra downtime action, or spend or spend a coin to up the result level of a downtime action.
We should all take extra downtime
So
actions.
you could spend a
No.
coin. You could spend a
We don't
coin
have
right
anything to
here
do with
to
them.
push
Oh,
that
wait,
up to a
we can
6
train.
and heal right now.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
can we train?
Whatever we want.
Whatever you want.
You can
We
train
can't-
whatever. You get 2 marks
can't-
for prowess and personal training.
We can't train playbook though.
You can train playbook.
You can.
Playbook is
Yeah.
personal training.
In fact, not only
Wait,
that,
have you
we
not
have
been
the
doing that?
we not only can train
How do you think I
playbook,
have
but
all
we
these
have the
things?
extra thing that every time you
I
train
have 4,
playbook, you
I
get
have
2.
3 almost.
The only stipulation on training mech is that you
High
can't
five.
train the same track twice in one downtime.
Okay, I'm gonna train playbook as my second.
Yeah, we have double training for playbook even.
And then I'll get another ability. Probably.
Oh, are you full?
No, with the experience that I'm gonna get.
Okay, so did you want to spend a coin to kick that result level up and just heal right now?
No,
Okay.
because it's only one wedge and it's only a level 1 harm, so I'm fine with what it is.
Okay. Caelin, second downtime action.
I guess I should heal.
So Skurlock's Physiker has the connection. Roll 4 dice here. 6.
2 6.
2 6. That's a crit. So your clock gets 5 segments.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and then fill in. So just fill in the third and drop all your harm by a level. So you're harm free, and you can basically heal for free the next downtime action you take to
Wow.
heal.
So
Just erase that.
erase everything.
Yep.
Oh.
When you heal, your harm all goes down by a level.
Got it.
Oh, so double level ones
I'm
just
all good.
both go. Oh,
Yep.
that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm Gucci.
Okay,
Nice.
Arthur,
Gucci,
second
I
baby.
downtime
will
action.
also heal.
4 dice for the physical.
What happened to that boy? Put a clap in that boy.
You got 4? Wait, you rolled too many there.
2 6s.
Double 6.
Wait, why did you roll 5 dice?
Once again, I have vigorous,
oh, right,
which gives
sorry.
me 1
Ah,
d
shoot. Sorry, James, hold on. No, you're right. I forget that every time. I forget because it's not a whisper ability.
I also just picked it up last week, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
only the second time I've used it.
Yeah, so 5 dice for vigor healing, right?
Yes.
Okay,
so double 6.
Okay, so 5 segments.
Yay! And I already had 2 bank from last time.
Sweet.
So 5 segments plus 2 segments is 7 segments.
Oh boy.
Yes.
That gets me double healing because this ability also gives me a healing clock of only 3 segments.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
Double
yeah.
So
rainbow.
I will double heal to be completely healed and bank 1 extra healing.
Sweet.
Double rainbow.
Yay! Taste the rainbow.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of a funny little hiccup in the system there. Okay, and then...
Is that not normally allowed?
No, that's totally fine.
Okay.
It's just it's curious to me the intricacies. If you had 2 sections in the healing clock field and you take vigorous,
Yeah.
like you think you would feel another section because one of those is no longer. So you had 2 sections filled
Right.
before, and then vigorous blocks one out.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, it does actually do exactly that,
Yeah.
which is exciting.
it's a funny little hiccup. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So I wanted to train playbook. Did you say we got double for prowess and
Yeah, double for prowess and double for excuse me, playbook.
double for playbook? Okay,
So two marks in playbook if you're training that.
did that.
Okay, and then downtime actions are over unless you guys want to spend coin to do extras. Anybody?
I can't train more playbooks.
No.
You know what? I want to pay a coin to train in prowess. Is that okay?
Yes. I mean, it's up to the group. It's rule wise, it's okay.
I want us to all take an extra one.
Yeah, I feel like if one of us does it, we all
we've
should.
taken so much
That'll
that
cost 4 coin.
Okay.
Let's
do
do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
Borrow this.
Then
We have a shit ton of coin, and we need to figure out what to do with it.
And it gives you 2 then?
It'll give you 2 in prowess if you're training prowess.
Then I will do that because we are starting to fight a lot more than I thought we
I'm
would
going to
be.
train prowess as well because I want to get to that 3rd ability so I can roll an extra die. 'Cause
Okay.
that's the only
I'm
one I
going
only have 2.
to train in playbook
Sweet. Doo-doom.
instead of healing that last thing.
And you marked off our coin now, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
You're
Alright,
at 10 coin now.
Okay.
Dude, I don't even know what next ability I'm gonna get. I'm gonna do something from somebody else.
Okay, so all downtime actions taken. Let's talk XP. Arthur, you're up first.
All right. So, as I noted earlier, I built all my actions around maximizing XP, addressed the challenge with knowledge and arcane power. Pretty much the entire setup for the operation
Definitely
was
2 there.
Arthur's idea. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Number 1, I definitely used background because you prompted me to use Circle of Flame, which hadn't come up in forever. And,
Use Bruce too.
yeah.
Effectively, like he was doing salmon ladder.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We finally got him to take off his shirt in an episode.
Nice.
And your drives, I'm basically all drive now and no thought. So that's 2. And struggle with your vice and traumas. I clearly... So I don't know if this counts because the thing is that I keep pushing for like being able to use the things that we're taking from people before they're given away. And so I don't know if that counts as like my whole thing that I constantly have to do my weird vice for anything that I come in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my insistence on getting
I think that
Voros' cane
I do.
is a clear indication of that.
to the point
If you
where-
think it is, then it is.
I agree.
Because clearly I'm willing to put the lives and souls of all my cohorts in jeopardy so I can get my
I agree.
coins.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
That makes sense. Yep.
Alright. So I'm going to fill up prowess to get a dot in finesse so that I don't have to keep having no finesse. And then be 1 short on playbook. And that's it.
Okay. Marco.
All right. Definitely 2 times for addressing challenge with stealth or evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Beliefs, drive, heritage, background. This one's always difficult.
I don't think I'm actually getting any XP.
Definitely explore. No, you will.
Gotta get some.
Exploring the
Influence.
sneaking, bypassing like the security entirely and going from the roof is definitely in my wheelhouse.
You
And
also
then going for the or like showing up at the conversation when money
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
came up.
That's what I would think about.
So, struggling with issues from vice or trauma, I recklessly grabbed the painting and just leapt through the wall and just took off.
Okay. Yeah. You didn't go back and help
believing
anybody.
that my friends would get out just fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Considering we removed the sigil,
Mhm.
but not checking. So probably just 1 there and 5 total.
Okay. Wait, what about vices and... Oh, that was...
That was vice.
Okay. Caelin. Zigzag.
Yeah, now we're gonna
Just a challenge with calculation or conspiracy, not really. Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background,
I mean, there
not really.
were a couple of times.
You used
That wasn't calculation or conspiracy, that was just me talking to someone.
you used influence though.
That's not calculation or conspiracy.
I would think... Okay.
How? And I
Well,
absolutely,
it's
I
up
didn't
to you.
even roll for anything that entire time.
That's true.
I mean-
it's up to you. Yeah.
The deception also is that you kept your identity.
Well, deception's
Under-
not mine. It's not deception for me. It's for you. It's deception. For me, it's calculation or conspiracy. It's revolving around me setting things up.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you
Well, I
don't
mean,
think
setting things up. You led the
Didn't you
meeting.
say? Yeah, didn't you actually say that you were setting up the meeting at the?
Yeah.
You did.
We created that conceit entirely so that your character
I
would
guess.
be in the lead for an activity.
you were the contact point for Ralph.
All right, I'll take that then.
Okay.
Express beliefs drives your heritage.
Wait,
You went back
did you
for
only
Arthur.
Did you only mark one?
Yeah.
What about addressing all the blue coats showing up by evading them and going into the sewer?
But that's not calculation or conspiracy.
Oh, right. Mine's
I'm not you.
evasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of
It's
ours
different.
are
All of
different.
ours.
So, but
Yeah,
for
I-
drives though, you went back for Arthur.
I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
All
I
right.
mean,
yeah.
there are
Take
definitely
that.
other members of this crew who just ran off and left.
All
That
right.
means
Not naming names.
that
Oh,
means-
that should be one of your drives. That
means I get
you'll
one,
save
too.
your own skin
Sure.
before
'Cause I was
others,
with
so you
her.
can always just get points.
I don't want to do that all the time, though.
Oh, but it's better because it allows
only
me
wanted
to
to
fulfill
do that.
mine, which is fight to the death to get away.
And then struggling with issues or
Mine is
trauma.
like the
No.
goods.
I keep trying to,
I
but
have
like,
them.
my
They're
trauma
mine
is
for
not related to any heists we ever do.
What is your
What
trauma?
is your trauma?
Obligation haunted. It has to do with those things.
I think
You're surrounded by ghosts. Oh no,
but
the
that's
haunted
not
of the.
that's not what I'm haunted about.
Yeah.
You're haunted by what
Yeah,
again?
this haunted doesn't mean
The-
what I thought it did because I
her
took it
dead
originally
partner.
too, and I realized
Yeah.
that's not what it meant.
That seems hard to bring up in just like.
It's not. We just
Casual.
haven't done anything in that direction yet.
You may also do what I did, which is realize that it didn't work in the fiction and change it to something that
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah. You want it to be something where it's just like, you know, like something's happening.
But that would mean changing my whole character's
Or
backstory.
it could be like you see something that reminds you of your dead partner and it just kind of like you space out for a moment and
feel like
like
you just-
flashback.
I feel that's like just shoehorning.
a really good way
That's
to
kinda
do
what
that
you do
and
with
to
traumas.
kind of understand when it should come up is when you roll a consequence. If I start describing something or I like kind of falter a bit and don't know what consequence to give
I guess. Yeah.
you can step in and be like, maybe it's like this, you know,
Mhm.
and then you can A, it makes the story better, and B,
Yeah,
you
I've-
can angle for XP.
I've just
Yeah.
been noticing that
I'm gonna have to
I'm
start
lagging
angling more for
behind
XP.
the rest of the group in terms of like XP.
Yeah.
It's so you're
That's why I wrote that little brief summary for
Yeah.
you in the
Yeah.
chat so you could understand how to build your behaviors exactly behind this model. Because
You're-
basically, it's like anyone who's in theater and in improv. It's like, oh, here are your character motivations,
Yeah.
and you can pre-think about them. And
I
go,
guess
oh,
I'm like I guess like I've been too concerned with like how is my character cohesively working with the rest of the team being able to achieve their overall goals as opposed to how can I get mine from my character.
Well, the other thing is that they might not be mutually exclusive, right? Like your objective as a spider is actually perfect for making sure everybody's goals work out. The way you do that is by using calculation and conspiracy. Like,
I
so a
guess.
spider is a little harder bit of a class to play.
Yeah.
Your job, really, what your class is defined as, is working in the background and making sure what people want to do they can do because you've opened all the doors for them. You have all the
Yeah.
keys in that regard.
It's like they can be on the front lines, but they're flashing back a lot.
Yeah.
Or they're like,
DJ
oh crap,
Caelin.
like we ran into this like locked gate, and you're like, no, like 2 days ago, I totally like slipped this guard a 20 to
Okay.
leave this
Major
gate unlocked
Exactly.
at this exact time.
I mean, that's what foresight, like one of the
Like, I
spider's
swayed
abilities
this
is
person.
for.
Okay.
Like that's kind of the idea.
DJ Caelin.
almost literally
Major
everything
keyword.
I suggest in every session is actually literally calculation. It's just that mine says knowledge, and knowledge and calculation are virtually the same thing. So I can shoehorn it in like that all the time.
I mean,
because basically calculation just means analysis and consideration and understanding factors that might influence a result.
you shouldn't. Don't be worried about the fairness of it because the reason those triggers are there is because the game wants you to think about who your character is and
Yeah.
express that as much as possible.
Yeah.
So even if you feel like you're shoehorning stuff in, it gets better eventually because
Yeah.
you practice and then the character actually.
Yeah. And the way this game is set up, we are sculpting it along with the DM sometimes.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
mutual story.
where
No, that should be what it is all the time. The only thing I do is supply information for the sandbox when you guys need it.
yeah.
Okay.
And so we can just say things that
Yeah.
become true
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
And
very
2 for me.
different from other
Okay.
systems in that way.
Two for you.
Yeah, there's nothing else for me to take.
Okay. All right, and Ptolemy.
Okay,
Coyote.
so you addressed a challenge with deception and influence. That's a big old 2.
Okay,
I was both a Skurlock
that's true.
and
Yeah,
I was
okay.
also a Wraith.
Yeah.
So that's
All right, sure. Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
That makes sense.
I'm
yeah.
taking it.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, they burst in as Wraiths to
Yeah.
kill the Hollow.
Oh yeah, that could be calculation.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be
What?
the wearing the wraith masks when you attacked. All right.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I also went back to save Arthur.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
How does that have anything to do with your background?
Is that part of your
You're
drive
not.
or background?
You're not
You-
known as a selfless person.
It's entirely
carried
background
away.
because he's been pretty much like my leader in this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm just joking. If that's a thing, it's a thing.
If you want to
There
take it,
there
you
hasn't
can.
been any other scenario where he's been left behind that I can think of where I've just ran off without you.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
You did kind of freak out when the dog ripped into him and took care of it then too, so it fits.
but
pretty well.
yeah. Also, he
ghost
was
dog.
he was separate from us during that time. So, but yeah. So one
Yeah.
one in that, and then I want to ask you this. You can tell me if I'm pushing it. Struggled with issues of your vice or traumas during the session. This crew upgrade that we put in our lair for this escape thing, I did preface it that
Paranoia.
it was based on
Yeah.
my paranoia.
That makes sense to
So
me.
I think
Sold.
that's worth 1.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna have a total of 4.
Cool.
And now I need to find a special ability to.
Oh, did you fill a playbook?
I haven't done a special ability now.
You can take one from another
you get one
playbook.
every freaking time.
I'm telling you, this vigorous one is really good.
I just got expertise,
What's that?
so I
How
can.
many do you
I
have?
only ever take one
Oh, wow.
stress for group actions.
Oh.
I only have 3.
Nice.
I'm thinking
if
about
any.
taking
Oh, that's
something from
amazing.
something else.
I don't even
Yes.
have 3.
Especially since I
Wow.
use stress so
Oh,
much.
you have 5. Okay, that's not that different. All right.
I have 4. Yeah, well, it's got 5.
Oh yeah, and my god power.
Because he's been training playbook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you worked hard for that.
We all worked hard for
We
that.
all worked hard for that.
All right, crew XP. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or
I'm
theft.
just gonna
Yep.
dangle that over your head.
Yep.
You owe us.
Yeah, when are you gonna bring that home to roost?
Well,
Anytime she
cool,
wants.
Why
here's
don't
the
you
thing
have
is
him
like I don't
transform-
want to monopolize the story,
Why don't you have
so
him
I'm not gonna
transform
bring
into
it.
your...
I don't want to bring anything up.
But you're part of it. Like Arthur was gonna do
You're
the
the
whole thing with the
spider.
cane.
Yeah, I'm the only one who hasn't gotten a story.
I don't.
But you always have had things to lick.
Yes,
So.
I don't know.
because I write
You-
up prep stuff.
I don't
for
want to
all
start
these
anything because it won't get finished by the time we're done.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, like, there's no point to it.
I mean,
See, that's just it. You have to like earn it in character. You don't decide to not do things because you think that they can't succeed. Like
Well, no.
fatalism is the way to not get XP. Like every single thing that I want to do, I'm going, I might die. You know, that's great storytelling, and people are gonna like it on screen.
yeah, just
I guess
yeah.
it's just more like I don't know.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if you don't feel like trying things, that's fine. But
I think it's like something we could talk about, like not on camera.
okay. All right. Okay. Continue with challenges above your current station. I'll give you 2 for that. I think the whole thing with the cops kind of
Can I
counts.
see yours?
Oh, by all means.
Yeah, that was kind of like...
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. No. Well, you're connected to Skurlock, so I'll give you 1. But no, you kept it quiet mostly. Here we go.
That's good. For once.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
We were pretty agreeable this time.
Our nature is we secretly steal things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff I remember specific. Oh, the meeting with Ralph should count for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're 1 away from a crew advance. Not quite there yet. And that'll be the end of the session. All right.
Woo!